You made a mistake. And for her, it was too much. She didn't end it, but she wants space. It's normal to feel anxious about this. You're confused. See, for you, it makes sense to either work it out or just end it. So this space is painful. There are so many questions just running through your head right now. The top one being, is she secretly exploring other options to eventually let you go? Other questions are, can you reach out to her without seeming needy? And when she does text you or call you, what do you even say to her to get her back? And is there a way to pursue her and ask her on a date, but still respect her space? Now, these are just a few of the questions I'll answer in today's video. My name is Josh Hudson. I'm a licensed therapist, and over the past decade, we've helped over 5,000 men to win back the love of their life. Now, let's jump in. And I've seen the exact behaviors that bring her closer again, and the silent needy habits that push her away for good. So in the next few minutes, I'll show you the number one mistake men make when she wants space, how to respond without looking weak, the key mindset shift that completely flips attraction back in your favor, and then lastly, the most important thing that our client Rob did that was a must to win back the love of his life. Let's dive in. The first principle here is to honor her sanctity. You see, when Rob's wife asked for space, she moved out and she got her own apartment. It was rough coming home to an empty house when it used to just be his wife giving him a big hug. I mean, sleepless nights looking at a pillow that rested the face of the woman that he loved looking at. His life became empty. Over the past 3 years, he devoted everything to her. He moved across the country to be close to her family. He gave up hobbies. He spent loads and loads of money on her with gifts and vacations. Yet, she wasn't happy. Rob lied to her about his porn use over the years, and he thought it wasn't really a big deal, but after the 5th time she caught him, she had enough. This time she wasn't even mad. It was with a cold tone that she said, Rob, I don't think you're ever going to change. I can't see you the same. I look at you and you're a completely different person than the person I fell in love with. I'm going to take some space, and maybe if I think we can work on it, I'll reach out to you and let you know. He was about to tell her in that moment how he bought a new program. He put up some porn blocking software, how she could check his history at any moment that she wanted to. But before he could even muster one word, she put up a hand like this and said, I don't want to hear any of it. This is final. If you don't honor my space, then I'm done for good. It's that simple. It was cold-hearted to Rob, but she got up and she left. And at first, he did what so many guys do in this situation. That's a mistake. He hyper-fixated on her social media, finding her location through some software, looking for excuses to call and see her. Whether it was something innocuous as, hey, you left your toothbrush at my house, or, are we still going to go to that concert we bought tickets for in 4 months? And on, just excuses to reach out to her. Now, why is this a mistake to do? Well, Rob fell into what most guys do, which is the reassurance rebound. That is looking for any excuse to contact her. Anything. Even Rob said that one time he reached out to her because he was wondering how her mom was doing. But let's be honest. Those weren't the real reasons why he was actually reaching out. They were emotional flare guns. His nervous system was in free fall, grasping for connection, and she could feel that. Now, here's the problem. She knew why he was doing this because women are intuitive, right? They know. And when a woman senses that you're contacting her just to self-soothe, it kills attraction because space doesn't mean I hate you. It means I need to feel who I am without you. And if you don't let her have that, she'll eventually need to leave, okay? Especially someone like your wife. So I know most of your guys' wives and girlfriends are emotionally independent, all right? So let's now talk about how to engage with her. So eventually Rob reached out to one of our team members, our marriage evaluators, and we helped him answer these questions. Now, if you're a man that truly wants to grow, then get ready for this. She left you for you. She left you for who you became, who you revealed yourself to be. If that's easy for you to accept, then good. Let's continue. But if you think, well, yeah, but she did blank, 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 then just click away from this video because I can't help you. With so many men I work with, I see this exact same thing to happen with Rob. When he met Alyssa, he was on his A game, playing hockey, hanging out with friends, crushing his business goals. He was unstoppable, just in his freaking magnetic masculine energy. So when Alyssa met him, it was easy for them to connect. But like I said, he moved away to another state. He lost his friends and stopped doing what filled him up and made him happy. It's like he gave pieces of himself away day by day until he was a shell of the man that he used to be. Now, a woman can sense this and she loses respect because of it. It is subtle. It is subconscious. And most women aren't able to articulate what's actually happening. They just feel the disrespect starts to boil up if they find reasons to get mad at you. Now, the first thing we had Rob do was find who he was again. And we have a unique goal setting and value setting process for men who become really into our program called the apex version of themselves that doesn't really need their partner. And she senses this intuitively. Once you set your goals and your values and you understand who you are and you find yourself again. Now I'll tell you the crazy moment that exemplified all of this. For most men, when you start to learn how to be good with that space, to be happy with yourself again, she will feel it intuitively. She'll just get this like psychic sense. We've seen it far too many times to know that this is 100% true, even though we can't prove it other than anecdotally with hundreds and hundreds of clients. But when he did, when Rob got that, Alyssa started reaching out more bit by bit. First, it was for small things like if she could go spend money on this and she had, this one thing since they shared a bank account, or if she could pick this new job, she wanted his opinion on which job she should choose between the offers she had. Now, it's important to note that when she starts doing this, she doesn't have to, okay? So when she does reach out to you, don't talk about the relationship. Don't say you miss her. Be upbeat, be happy, be grounded, and be centered, okay? Tell her about what she asks about, but don't tell her everything. Doing this enough will begin to show her that you have made changes that are genuine. And then you go forward to invite her into something. And this is the idea of pursuit without pressure. Now, I used to be a dating coach way back in the day before I was a therapist for many years. And there were some golden rules that I would teach these guys on how to really ask a woman out on a date that always worked. It does apply to you and your wife when she's taking space. The first thing is always choose to invite her to something that if she says no, you can still go by yourself and have a good time. For Rob, he loved going to these gala events and these art museums. So he would go without her sometimes, but the times he did invite her, if she was to say yes, great. But if not, he would still have a good time and be social with other people there. And of course, eventually she said yes to one of these galas and then backed out last second, which is a really important test, which at the end of this video, I'll give you a testing framework on how to pass all tests. But yeah, it happens a lot. The most important thing to know in this video, if you're not going to watch the other one, don't guilt trip her and don't try to convince her to come. If she doesn't want to come, just say, okay, see ya, maybe I'll invite you to the next one, and water of a duck's back, okay? So eventually, Rob got to a point where he actually was okay without her, like completely okay. Even imagining life without her, and it was fine. I mean, he wanted his wife still. He desired her, but he didn't need her. Now, this is the apex mindset that you must achieve called the attraction paradox we talk about in our program. And trust me, your wife or girlfriend will notice this. Now, out of everything I'm going to teach you in this video, the most important thing is this. Rob would have never got to where he was with himself in the time that it took, in the couple months he was in the program. It happened so much faster because of the support that he had. Because every single time that he had ambiguity, he didn't know what to do, he didn't know where to go. He had a brother in arms, someone who was in the program years ahead of him, or weeks ahead of him, or months ahead of him, that had the exact same situation. He had all of our coaches, he had the group calls, he was able to speak with me on my group calls on Fridays, and he had the whole community and everything to support him. And this expedites your process. So if speed is important, that you don't want to waste time waiting to get her back on a maybe, set up a call with our team down below. It's a free strategy call, but make sure you are fully committed like Rob was. Now, for the men who stick to the very end, who are committed, I want to kind of rant to you a little bit. Like, we're sitting down, we're getting a beer or coffee, and you're going through this situation with her. I love it if you're skeptical, but just for the sake of this, just put on a hat that everything I say is true. You can take that hat off after this video is done. This might be hard for you to see, but ultimately, what I've come to realize is that God wants you to be a type of man, okay? And there is a divine masculine state that all men must strive toward. And oftentimes he will put a woman into our life to show us our weaknesses, okay? She showed you those weaknesses. Every time she tested you, 70 to 80% of problems in a relationship are perpetual. They're the same issues. And women are the ones that are oftentimes bringing them up. And so those issues are parts of you that you must overcome. Now, you have a couple options here. You can take an honest inventory in yourself and say, you're right. There are parts of me that I am this kind of person. I had this kind of thing because of my upbringing. You can create awareness, have education with yourself and in this karmic cycle so your kids don't have it if you have kids or you don't. And that's a beautiful thing. And that's how we help men behind the scenes, okay? The other option is to say, I'm going to be needy. I'm going to panic. I'm going to be frustrated and hopeless and want to either give up or be the insecure route, okay? Not learning. And then you're going to repeat the same thing in the next relationship. So those are your really only two options, to be quite honest with you. And I don't want you to suffer, okay? You must learn to be good without her. You were once in that state where you wanted her in your life. Yeah, she was great, but even if it was 2 days, you became attached after 2 days after meeting her, however long it took. There was a time period there where a woman has had this intuitive sense where they can't get attracted to a guy that needs them. And so you had this brilliant confidence about yourself that you've lost, okay? and you can get it back. It's like you drop something, you can pick it back up again, but you can't do this on your own, man. All right? You really can't. Here's the video on tests that I told you about. Recommend you watch. It's one of the best on the channel. Please reach out to our team if we need help. I'll see you in the next video.